What's up guys, welcome to my first ever video on YouTube. My name is Konstantinos. I'm an 80-year-old day trader. I live in Greece. I'm from Greece. And water on the break. I'm gonna show you the trade that made me $3,000 in the span of 35 minutes. From this trade, you're also gonna understand my trading system and what I look for in the markets. And then, lastly, I'm gonna explain to you guys how I managed to pass funded accounts so quickly. A lot of people, especially new to trading, struggle with getting funded. Uh, the problem is not getting funded. The problem is getting funded and keeping the funded account and getting payouts from it. Getting funded, I literally have over 3 times in my Instagram where I passed a funded account in one day, without you know trading news or doing some dumb shit. Literally just taking good trades. I'm gonna get into that later. So let's get in the trade first. So I'm gonna be very quick on it. I managed to yap a lot because I want you to guys genuinely get the best information you can from me. But so it's Nasdaq. It's Thursday the 14th. We had PPI, I think, a tier one news event. So we had PPI. Every single time that we have a strong news event, I mark out the high and the low. Now the high, as you can see, it's followed by relatively equal highs. So we have this high, we have this low. We've already taken the low pre-market. We are trading. We have already taken it, and then we start reversing after we tap into 1 hour fair value gap right here. If you guys don't know what I'm saying, what a fair value gap is, lows, highs, and all of that, go watch ICT or TZR or whatever. So Nasdaq is taking data highs, right? ES, one thing that I look for is ES. So when I'm trading Nasdaq, I'm looking at ES and vice versa. So ES, be advised. Now, I can't show it to you because TradingView won't let me, but when Nasdaq already took the data high and started trading higher, ES was still below it. Now, what do we have here on the hourly? We have this 1 hour imbalance that we haven't filled completely. Sometimes when we leave such a big gap after rejecting from, at this case we are taking all-time highs in Nasdaq and we are immediately rejecting to the downside. We reject to the downside from all-time highs. We flip. We get a market structure shift. We get a 1 hour inversion right here. We flip this gap, right? We flip it. We close below it, and we also have another, point of structure that we break here. So what do I see? I see a strong pull of PD arrays, the hourly order block, the hourly gap, and the data highs being in the same area, and ES still hasn't taken the highs. Now what happens? Let me scale down. As soon as we take out the 1 hour order block that I marked out right here, boom, ES takes the highs and also takes PM high from the previous day. So Wednesday's PM high, 4 PM high, we take it. We also take data highs. Nasdaq has already taken these highs and is now reacting from a 1 hour order block, unmitigated order block, and filled the whole imbalance here. So that's like 10 conferences, bro. So what do? I wait for a 1 minute inversion because that's what I trade. That's what I've stuck to these 2 years, inversion for value gaps. And so we leave a gap. The hourly wick is showing me weakness. We are topping. ES is taking the highs. I do not need anything more to be short biased. Also, why am I bearish even though we have bullish structure? Because look at this, bro. We have this 1 minute unfilled gap that we failed to trade into. We have these 1 minute equal lows, unfilled gaps. Everything is saying we are going lower, at least to this 5 minute gap, as you can see, and the 15 minute, all the same price, right? So we react, we take an inversion setup right here. This is where I go short, stop loss above here, and my TP is one and done, no partials to this low. If you guys don't believe that I made $3,000 from it, go check my Instagram, or I'm gonna try to put a photo here from my XFA account showing 3K in profit. So boom, we take our I did two minis. Now I was risking about 800 bucks on this trade, or like 600, I don't remember, which was slightly, not slightly, a lot of a bigger size that I usually do. But I'm like, cool, if this trade doesn't hit, since I'm going higher risk, then I'm not gonna trade tomorrow. So I risked essentially a lot, but it was an A plus setup that I hadn't seen for months to be such a clear, level. So I short two minis. My stop loss was like right here. So I'm risking $660, and my TP is, I didn't close it here. I closed it around here, I think, or like here, yeah, because I just didn't want to get edged, because sometimes market is not gonna go to your TP. It's gonna go here and then it's gonna reverse and then stop you. I didn't want to do all that. I was happy with 3.2k instead of like 3.6. So whatever. Right here. So what happens? Boom. We start nuking to the downside. At this point, when this candle closes and we've broken structure and we have flipped this gap and we're such bearish and I'm already 1 or 2, I'm going break even. Price is no reason for me to go to my entry. And right here we tap out, we tap into this 15-minute gap. So price has a chance of reversing. So boom, I'm not gonna risk any single dollar now. I'm just moving my stop loss to break even, going risk free, right? So what happens is we end up flipping this 5-minute and this 15-minute. We flip both of these. So I'm like, cool, I am going to TP now. So we started being a bit hawkish. So I'm just watching my trade now. Now when we flip this 1-minute gap, right here, when we flip this 1-minute gap and we tap in this 1-minute gap as well, right here, bruh, yeah, right here. So this 1-minute gap, as soon as I see price trade into that, I'm trading my stop loss. So instead of being break even, I am now stop loss. My stop loss is in profit because I don't want to get stopped out and lose 1.7 thousand in unrealized profits. So boom, I stay a little bit here, and as soon as we close below that gap, I am trailing my stop loss, literally like right here, or I think here. So I'm just trailing my stop loss on the way down, letting price run, and then boom, just like that, 3 racks bunked in one trade. I'm gonna show you guys the screenshot because a lot of people think that I'm lying sometimes, and it makes me so happy to stick that shit in their face. So yeah, banger trade. I could have hold it for full TP to be honest, but I was happy with 3k, bro. 3k on a 50k funded. Come on. So yeah. That was the trade, and now what I look for in the markets is basically higher time frame liquidity pools. Write this down. I'm not gonna write it. Write this down. London highs and lows, Asian highs and lows, PM lows and highs from the previous day. So as you can see, ES. This is Wednesday. This is the previous day, and the 4 p.m. the end of the PM session has a high. That's a nice liquidity pool. Asian, London, PM highs and lows, previous days lows and highs. These 4 is typically what I marked out every single day in my charts. If one of them is not clear and we've already taken one of them, this is already a lower probability trading day for me. I want what I just showed you guys. A clear form of liquidity. News events, I forgot to say, I already said that. News events are for me the best liquidity pool to have as either a target or a level of you wanting the price to reverse from. So I mark out everything and then I look for a high time frame fair value gap or an order block. In this case, we had both. So this trade was very A+, right? So higher time frame lows and highs, higher time frame PD arrays, and then I just scale on the 1 minute, the 2 minute, and then the 3 minute, and sometimes the 30 second, and I just look for inversions. That's it. Now, one thing that we also got here that I forgot to mention was a CISD. So let me mark it out. CISD is the change in the state. When we have a series of up close candles, I mark out the first candle that started this whole move, and I just mark it. And as soon as we break below that, you see price reaches that exact point. You know, the change in the state of delivery, because we changed. We were delivering upside candles, and now we broke below that point. Retested to the pip. This was a nice entry. I don't trade this, but you could have also sorted here with your stop loss here. Same RR, I think. Boom. So we also get a CISD, then textbook. One thing that I also forgot is that in this trade I was also viewing the Fibonacci. So we have high, low, external high, external low. So in this range I am gonna draw out the fib, and we top take the 0.705 level almost. So boom, we have this perfect trade. You know what I look for in the markets, and I'm gonna show you guys. Bro, who is spamming my shit, bro? But yeah, now I'm gonna show you guys how I get funded. So yeah, let me. Okay, I'm back. So now I'm gonna go on a clean chart and show you how I trade funded and how I pass them in one day. So evaluations. You have Top Step, you have MFFU. These are the basic two that I've traded with. I haven't traded with Apex, Alpha Capital, TPT, all of that. I'm still now getting into it. I will very soon. So now funded evals, Top Step and MFFU, they are pretty much the same. From now on, none of them have consistency rules in the funded phase, no, in the evaluation phase, but Top Step has a consistency rule in the eval phase. Sorry, so Top Step has a 50% consistency rule on the eval. Bruh. So that means that if you have a 50K account and your profit target is $3,000, you cannot make more than $1,500 in one trade, in one day, sorry. So what do I do and how I pass funded? I basically risk half of the drawdown. So the 50K on Top Step has 2K of drawdown and 3K profit. So I know that, and then I just hop on the charts, I buy the eval, I hop on the charts, and I literally look for a 1 to 1.5 RR trade. So I risk $1,000, half of the drawdown, on a good quality trade. Now don't get me wrong, don't force trades, don't full port the account. I'm aggressive because to be honest, bro, funded accounts, evals are basically demos. Right? I'm not gonna spend more than 3 days on a demo account that costs $50, bro. Right? Come on. So if you do not have $50 to throw on an eval, go get a job. You are not gonna, trust me, when you have saved like $50 and then you go to invest in an eval and then get funded and get payouts, and that's your only solution and hope, that's not gonna work, because you are forced to take dumb trades and then you just lose the account and then you're fucked. So what? Just get a job or make money online or do whatever, so you can throw $50 at a time on evals. Now this 1K risk for a 1.5 means that if you manage to catch two good trades, one today and one tomorrow, you pass the funded in technically 24 to 25 hours. That's a day. That's what I do consistently. And that's how I trade my funded. Now MFFU is pretty much the same shit. 50% consistency rule on the eval. If the account does not have a 50% rule, I risk still half of the drawdown, but my RR is a 1 or 2 or a 1 or 3. So I still pass it in one day or in one trade if MFFU lets me. So I hope I was clear. and I hope I showed you guys the way I trade and the way I pass funded. I literally just be a lot. I literally just trade aggressively on the funded, on the evals, and on the funded phase like exit phase, where you actually have to be conservative and take profits and get payouts. I typically do like 0.5% risk, unless I see a super A plus setup like the one that I showed you, so I can do my max risk, which is around 1 to 1.5% risk of the account. So, oh my god, bro, I've been speaking for like 20 minutes and my mouth is so dry. So that was it. That's how I trade. That's how I pass funded, and that's basically my first ever video of getting to show myself out, doing what I love and what I do as my job. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something today. I do have a lot of Greek followers that are gonna be watching this video, and they are gonna be seeing me speaking English when they know I'm Greek, and they are gonna be like, bro, what the fuck is this dude doing? But I aim to be global. I aim to be accessible from all around the world, America, Africa, Asia, everywhere. So I hope, guys, that today you actually learned something. I do not have anything to sell to you. Catch you guys in the next video. One thing that I will tell you is that I will be posting my trades here from now on, instead of Instagram. Well, I am gonna be doing both, but here I'm gonna be more, in detail. So happy to get to know you guys. I hope you actually enjoy my content and learn something from it, because at the end of the day, that's what I do it for. And see you guys in the next video. If you guys have anything to ask me, or a suggestion or a question, make sure to drop it in the comments, and I'm gonna be eager to see it. So see you guys in the next one. Peace.